On the program this morning, we're looking at seamless building processes in Lagos, the district officer's recipe. And I have my guests. They are here, two gorgeous-looking ladies. Let me bring them right away to the microphone. Oluwatosin Agbata is Chief Town Planning Officer with the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority. She's also the district head of Mosan-Okunola, LCDA. Miss Agbata, nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Good morning.
And how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
All right, you need to move closer to that microphone. How was your journey here?
It was good.
It was good?
Yes.
Which side of town are you traveling from?
Ikeja.
Ikeja. Oh,
yes.
That's just a stone throw. You can as well trek down here if you like. So it's very good, right?
Yes.
All right. Architect Folasayo Omisore is also here. She's a principal architect with the Lagos State Building Control Agency, LASBCA. She is also the district head of Mosan-Okunola, LCDA. Madam, it's nice to have you in the building.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How was your journey here too?
Fine.
Which side of town are you coming in from?
Also from Ikeja.
Can you imagine? Why both of you living together? Do you stay together?
No.
No. Okay. But it's nice to have both of you in the studios.
Thank you.
All right. So let's jump in on the program this morning. Town Planner Oluwatosin Agbata. I know you have not featured on this program before, right?
No, I've not.
All right. Even though we've featured Mosan last year when the program was at its early stage. So, how are things faring with Mosan-Okunola as a district officer? How are things faring there?
Things are going on well. Through enlightenment, more people are bringing in their approvals. They're bringing in their applications for approvals. Even though where I cover is more of a federal government zone.
Okay.
But people are aware that even though it's a federal government zone, they are to regularize and still come for their approval at Lagos with the Lagos State government. So they come to our offices, they bring in their applications and we put them through, and we grant them their approvals.
Okay, then we'll still get to that issue of federal versus state. But from LASBCA's perspective, Architect Omisore, how is the building sector in Mosan-Okunola?
It's going well. We create awareness through different platforms from the agency to enlighten developers, to enlighten the public in general on how to build right and to, build properly. And we also have our monitoring officers who go around to ensure that, they put people through.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the way it is there.
Yes.
And for those who may not know you properly, let's just get into your world as district officers. Town Planner Agbata, who are those referred to as district officers?
District officers are the officers saddled with the responsibility of processing and granting building plan approvals to applicants, that's to developers, to people that want to bring in the application. Is it that they're existing or they are proposed? So you bring in your applications and we'll put you through and you get your
all right proposal. So more or less decentralizing the whole process and taking it to the localities, right?
Yes.
And Omisore, are district officers directly in charge of affairs within the local governments?
Do you mean district heads?
Yes, district heads.
Okay, yeah. For Lagos State Building Control Agency, we have the district heads. We are representatives of the agency.
Okay. We
are in between the middle level and the upper level, where we pass information from the headquarters to the district. So we pass the information from the headquarters to district levels.
Right. Okay. So for LASBCA is the district head, right?
Yes.
For LASPPPA is district
officer.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. But virtually you guys represent the same zone, isn't it?
Yes.
All right. So as district officer for Mosan-Okunola, what are your core responsibilities? Let's get to Town Planner Agbata. What are your direct responsibilities?
Like I said earlier on, my direct responsibility first and foremost is to ensure the processing of building plan approval, and also we go about making sure after we give you the approval, we ensure that you comply with what is given to you.
Okay.
Yeah, so we do monitoring also.
All right. What about you, Architect Omisore?
All right, so as the district head, I ensure enforcement of building control regulations within my district, which is Mosan-Okunola local government.
Okay.
And we also give approval to commence construction for properties that have gotten their development permits.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you had to look at Mosan, is it an already built area or is developing?
Mosan-Okunola is more of a built-up area. We have some axes that are, still under development, ongoing development, but mostly built-up areas within Mosan-Okunola.
All right. So in terms of approvals, because you said now that town planner Agbata, that you also try to help out in terms of allowing people to get their planning permits, right?
Yes.
So if you are to look at Mosan-Okunola, 10 houses, how many would you say already have their planning permits as we speak today?
I would say like 5.
5, so 50%.
Yes.
That means we still have people that are built yet they don't have their planning permits.
Yes.
So what are you guys doing about that as the people in charge?
Like I said earlier on, we just had the stakeholders meeting last month on the 26th to be precise, where we sensitized people, telling them about how to go about getting their building plan approval. And like I said, Mosan-Okunola, the excuse people give most is that it's a federal area.
Constituency.
Yes.
Okay.
But that's an excuse because as a 2003 June 13, there was a Supreme Court judgment telling everyone that even though the land belongs to the federal government, but the power for planning and anything fiscal development lies in the state government. So before you can do anything on your land, you have to come first to the planning office to get your building plan permit.
Does that mean you guys work in, how would I put it now? So sometimes you have this kind of challenge from the federal authorities.
Yes, we do.
So how do you handle that? Or how does the state handle that?
Most times that's why I said I enlighten people, tell them about the court judgments, and I tell them even though it's a federal land, you can still get you have to get your permit from us because the part to give such lies with the Lagos state government. So all we do, because people complain that they don't have the right documents, so we've made it seamless. You can come before you regularize with Lagos state government, bring your federal title that you have, we'll give you what is called the provisional permit. Then after that you can go and regularize with the Lagos state government and come back to get your full permit.
Right. And in that case, the federal authorities there, which of the agencies there that represent the federal government?
We have the Federal Housing Authority. Yes, so FHA.
Do they have to go to those ones as well? Is it
what they go for is just to get their title, allocation letters, their C of O, which they bring over for us. Then we use it to process the building plan.
The plan.
Yes.
All right. That is also a challenge for you as well, Architect Omisore, for the building from the LASBCA perspective. Is that a challenge as well?
Yes, it is.
So how do you guys handle it?
So like I said earlier, we have our monitoring officers that move around. Some developers or owners, they claim that they already have their building permits. When they come to the office, we ask them to show us the permits that they have,
and then they show
us the federal permits. And sometimes they would go as far as saying they will call the FHA officials that give them the permits, that we can't tell them this permit is not valid.
Right.
So we are there to guide them, we are there to advise them and to put them through that you still have to go back to Lagos State Fiscal Planning Permit Authority
to regularize
your.
And have you been seeing compliance?
Yes, we have. Yes. Because we kind of have a department within the agency that enforces people to do the right thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the locality that we're making reference to this morning, Mosan-Okunola. Well, even though people might know that corridor, but I need you guys to describe for us. So, where is Mosan-Okunola located, and what are the communities that you find there? Town Planner Agbata. Let's start with you.
Yes, Mosan-Okunola is located inside Alimosho local government. Our boundary starts from Moshalashi roundabout all through Abeson Estate down to Abule Odu. That's to your north. Then to the south, that's Igbedimu local government.
Okay.
To the east, Isheri, Yanopaja Road. And to the west, Barua and some Yanopaja communities.
Wonderful. And Architect Omisore, any other communities that you can mention under your locality?
So I'll just mention maybe a few estates that are within the within Mosan-Okunola. So we have Abeson Estate, we have Gemade Estate, we have Gowon Estate, we have Graceland, we have Royal Estates.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have so many estates.
Yes, we do.
I think there's a place called Federal there. Right?
We have a Federal Estate also.
Aha. So lots of estates. And that means a whole lot in terms of your relationship with estate developers and all of that. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so let's touch base with that. Even though you said it's a developed area already, and then we have very, very little developing. Is that correct?
Yes.
In terms of developed versus developing, what's the percentage? Architect Omisore.
Okay, so I'll say for developed, we'll say 65%.
65% developed buildings there.
Yeah, developed buildings.
And 35 are developing.
Yes, sir.
All right, so a lot of times, do you have those approvals for renovations, Architect Agbata? I mean Town Planner Agbata.
Yes, we do. Like she said, we have lots of estates, and you know those estates have been existing, like the Shagari estates, Gowon, Gemade. So most of them have been existing. So now what people do, they come for renovation, just to give you the facelift. So we give them renovation permits, and if you're going existing more than what you're doing, we give them remodeling permits.
Right.
Yes.
Let's look at there's a Jack on the estate there, right? Which is called Abeson.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So the Jack on the estate was already built in the 80s, and you know there will be concerns about the stability of those buildings as it stands today. From your inspections, Architect Omisore, what have you found out? Are those buildings becoming dilapidated, or did they have? Are they being renewed or perhaps renovated?
Okay, so we have some buildings that are dilapidated, some maybe a little bit distressed. Anytime we encounter such, we serve them the appropriate notices that are due to them. We also alert our another agency, that's Lagos State Building LBIC.
Okay.
Lagos State Building Investment Corporation.
Yeah.
So they are also like our sister agency that we reach out to. We have a relationship with them, and you know they take it up from there. We also when they come to the office, we advise them to carry out a non-destructive test, so they can know the stability of that building. It's not enough to just want to live in a house. You need to live in a place that is safe,
right?
And good.
And most of them have been complying, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay,
yes.
Let's get to the plumbing permit, because that looks to be the big deal in the house. So, Town Planner Agbata, what is a planning permit, and what roles does it play in the construction of a building?
Planning permit is an official document applicants come to get from the town planning offices, LASPPPA this time around. When you come from that permit, it gives you the permission to carry out any form of development you want to do, be it alteration, be it building from the scratch. You get the permit and you're able to do that.
All right. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. This morning, we're looking at seamless building processes in Lagos, the district officer's recipe. Town Planner Oluwatosin Agbata is here with us. She's Chief Town Planning Officer with the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, also the District Officer for Mosan-Okunola. And also here as well is Architect Folasayo Omisore, Principal Architect with the Lagos State Building Control Agency, and the head, that's the district head for Mosan-Okunola. We're going to take a short break. When we return, of course, we'll be finding out what does it take for you to, or how many days does it take for you to get your planning permit, and what other planning permits or what other permits does LASPPPA issue, as well as LASBCA. We'll be finding this all out. And if you have any questions for my guests in the building, feel free to connect with us, and that's on 091 5387 7127. A brief break, we will be back.
As cities expand, the challenges of urbanization become more pressing. Then, the vital role of all stakeholders in shaping livable, organized and sustainable physical environment is imperative. As a front runner in promoting sustainable built environment, the Lagos State Government, through the Office of Physical Planning in the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, joins the rest of the world to commemorate the 2025 World Habitat Day with the theme Urban Crisis Response, Flooding in Focus. Date: Monday 6 October 2025. Venue: LTV Blue Roof, Lateef Jakonde Road, Agidingbi, Ikeja. Time: 10 a.m. Chief Host: Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State. Host: Dr. Oluyinka Abiodun Olumide, Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development. Announcer: Lagos State Government.
Dear Lagosians, the vision of making Lagos a sustainable and resilient state through community regeneration and inclusive physical planning begins with building right. We all have a role to play in achieving this vision in line with the Lagos State Urban and Regional Planning and Development Law of 2019 as amended. Do you know that before buying a land or building on it, you must check for the permissible use from the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development? Do you know that you must obtain a planning permit and authorization to commence the construction of your building? Do you also know that you require state certification and certificate of completion for building construction in Lagos State? Estate developers must obtain layout approval before developing their estates and obtain full planning permit after the expiration of a provisional planning permit. Their Lagosians, do not carry out unapproved renovation, remodeling or demolition. Do not break the seal on an enforced property. Do not obtain fake planning permits and do not abandon uncompleted buildings. Do not break the law. Build right in accordance with the state operative development plans. Let's work together to make Lagos a sustainable smart city of choice. For more information, download the Lagos State MPP UD app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni. Announcer, Lagos State Government.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Build Right is a program, and I see my friends from LASPPPA and LASBCA, courtesy of the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development, and we are touching base with Mosan-Okunola. If you reside there, it will be the time very, very shortly for you to ask your questions. But earlier on, we talked about the broken down high capacity bus at Kushofe inwards K2. It has been taken off, so it's a much better drive if you are within that corridor at this time. So we'll be serving you more helpings as they come in from time to time. Let's get back to the conversation. Town planner Agbata, how long does it take to get a planning permit in Mosan-Okunola?
Takes 10 working days.
10 working days?
Or less than that if your documents are complete.
Okay, so what will cause there to be a delay? If, I mean, for some people, they will say they've applied and it's not yet been issued. What causes the delay? What causes
the delay most of the time is that people come with documents that are not complete. So now what we do a pre-screening with LASBCA. We ensure you get all your documents screened and we ensure that everything is in order. So once everything is in order, within 5 working days to 10 working days, you have your approval. Yes. All
right, then. What kind of approvals do you give as well from LASBCA, Architect Omisore?
Okay, so we, after you've gotten your development permit from Lagos State Physical Planning permit, you would come to LASBCA with that approval drawing, and you would try and get approval to commence construction.
Okay.
You know, you
so
apply.
They have to come to you.
Yes.
It's not to say once I get my planning permit,
no,
it's hururu. I mean, no. I cannot go back and start building.
You come to LASBCA immediately to get approval to commence construction.
So if I ignore you, what happens?
You know, because the essence of informing LASBCA is so that we can guide you on how to build right. We have professionals, complete professionals in the built environment that are there to ensure that there's conformity of that approval that you've gotten from LASPPPA.
What if I have my own professionals too?
If you have your professionals, we'll work together. Okay. We're not against each other. We're there to just ensure that we're doing things right.
Right. But the whole idea is that if I ignore you, I'll be penalized.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes.
All right. Some reactions coming in for you, by the way. Those of you that want to speak with our guests from Mosan-Okunola, if you built there or perhaps you've been trying to build, feel free to connect with us. That's on 091 5387 7127 and 080 120 You can send in your messages or perhaps put in a voice call. This one says, "Good morning, Lagos Traffic Radio. How are you tackling corruption in the building approval process?" EG is sending this one in from Abeson. All right. Okay. I don't know if you want to go for that question. How do you tackle corruption in the building process?
Okay. So, how you tackle corruption in the building process? So the first question is, why are you what's bringing up the corruption? Because if you do the right thing, if you follow due process, you will have no reason to want to either induce anybody or, create any form of corruption level. Okay. So it's just for us to do the right thing as citizens of Lagos State.
All right. Ige, I hope you heard that. Please do the right thing, and there'll be no need for cutting corners. Maybe sometimes people have the feeling that the more their files stay in one place, for it to move quickly. Let's do some shortcuts. Let's do some exchanges. Maybe that's why they're talking about that. This one says, hello, Victor. For someone who has already started building without approval, what's the right thing to do now? You didn't put your name, but thank you so much. So, if coincidentally I have started building and they are listening to us on this program to say, look, before you start building, you must get this, you must go do that. What are you supposed to do, Town Planner Agbata?
Thank you. Once you've started building and you do not have your planning permit, what you should do first is to stop building, stop at the stage that you are, and come to our office, and we'll give you all the procedures you're going to go through. But for starting without collecting the permit, you're going to get penalized. And after you pay all what you're meant to pay, we'll give you your permit and you go over to LASBCA and you continue from there.
All right. Yeah. All right. So from LASBCA's perspective, Omisore, you did say that you give authorization, right, to commence building.
Yes.
Any other authorization that you give apart from that?
So the authorization, after you've gotten the authorization, what commence on stage inspection. So the engineer or the professional on that particular property is to invite LASBCA for every stage of that building. We have like 5 to 6 different stages depending on the level of construction. So
there must be stage by stage inspection.
Yes, from the foundation to the finished stage and the roof building level. Yes.
Will that take such a long time?
It doesn't really take a long time. So what we advise the engineers or the professionals is the first stage is your foundation stage. Once you start with your foundation stage, when you're about to start, you invite us over. Okay. Because the foundation is very, very important. It's not something to skip and it's not something to dabble with. And also we have owners sometimes, even the owners of properties, sometimes encourage their engineers to just want to rush because of time and all. But this is a place where people live in and should even outlive the owner. That's structures. Structures should outlive the owner. So it is worth giving it the best of the best.
Right.
Yeah.
We're seeing a dangerous trend in town that relates to building, and I need Architect Omisore to talk to this because you are a builder in one form or the other. So we see buildings that are already existing. Maybe they've been there for like 5-10 years. It's a 1 floor or perhaps 2 floors. Then the owner suddenly realizes that there's so much business to make, or perhaps you can turn this to a hospitality kind of structure. Then he now decides that he's going to put 2 floors in addition. Talk to me. How dangerous is this as an architect?
So as an architect and as an officer of Lagos State Building Control Agency, we do not encourage additional floors. There are so many reasons why we do not encourage that. So for a building whereby when you started the construction, the foundation that was implemented was for either a bungalow or for a 2-floor structure, and all of a sudden you now have enough money. Right. I now want to set it up for either maybe Airbnb or like you said, hospitality. Yes, your intention.
Just a second. Let's see if I can take this call. Hello there. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Good morning. Okay, I guess we lost that call. If you want to put your calls through, please do so. 091-5387-7127. Go ahead. Yes, so you're saying either because you've already made money now, you want to expand scope and show up that you're a big boy in town. Putting 2 floors. It's dangerous, right?
It's very dangerous. Your intentions may be good, but there's so many things to put into consideration. That foundation is most likely only 99% will not be able to carry that additional flow. Yes. So at the end of the day, maybe it's just after 6 months, after 1 year, it can even be the same months where we have buildings that go down.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's what usually happens.
Yeah, it's just to avoid building collapse.
Agbata, I know you want to add your voice to this.
Yes, like she said, most times you've already come for your permit for, like you said, 2 floors, and you think because the area is booming, you want to add more. You can't do that because the approval given to you was just for 2 floors, and she said, the foundation is for 2 floors. You cannot carry more,
right?
And that's why collapse happened.
So apart from the fact that it's dangerous, they're also violating the law because they don't have a planning permit.
Yes, they don't have a planning permit to do that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. A message here says, Architect Omisore, is it true that some approvals can take less than a month now? Boyega is sending this one in from Ikorodu. Is that true?
Yes, there's the ease of doing business, which within my district, Mosan-Okunola, I have the district officer here. They give in their best.
But I'm sure Boyega should be asking Agbata this question.
I don't know.
Not architect, maybe he doesn't know the difference. All right, so Town Planner Agbata, can you answer that question for Boyega?
Like I said earlier on, we've made things seamless now. Once your documents are screened by LASBCA and they are okay, and you make the necessary payments, it takes within 5 working to 10 working days maximum to get your approval. Yes.
We are in the era of developers who are taking over most estates right now. And since we have a preponderance of estates in Mosan-Okunola, talk to me. Do you have developers there as well? Architect Omisore?
Yes, we do. We have developers.
Taking over those estates?
We have developers.
Since they are mostly government estates?
Yeah, mostly government estates. But I think developers are very strategic in nature. So they may want to go more to the eyebrow area of, within the state government. So, but we just have few coming up. So
okay, some developers are coming up.
Yeah.
All right, so how do you monitor them? Because what we find out these days is that most of those houses that used to be very, very livable, very spacious, are now being converted. We have lots of modifications here and there, and one begin to wonder, where is the regulation? For instance, you could see a 3-bed or perhaps a 2-bedroom apartment now converted to 3 beds, and the rooms, you begin to wonder, does a human being live here? Because the rooms are so small, and say it has been converted by a developer. So do you guys go out to really monitor to ensure that these places are really, really habitable?
Yes, we do. We go out Mondays to Thursdays. Then on Fridays, we go for stage inspection. So every working day of the week, we are out there. And once we see conversions of properties, we serve notices, contravention notices, stop work order, and if we do not get any response, we later go to seal up and then direct it further to the headquarters.
All right. Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM 08099120777. This one says, sir, how affordable are building permits for the average Lagosian trying to build a home? Maruf is sending this one in. Maruf, thank you so much. Tampla Agbata.
He said how affordable. It's quite affordable. I tell people the money you pay for planning permit depends on what you want to build, the area of your land, the length times breadth you're building, and the rate.
Okay.
So if you want a small bungalow, you're going to pay something not too much. If you want a duplex, a big duplex, you're going to pay according to what you want to build.
And Mosan-Okunola is a place that should be favorable, right?
Yes, it is.
It's not a highbrow area.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's okay.
So it's not going to cost an arm and a leg.
No,
certainly.
it won't.
Okay. All right. Maruf, I hope you've heard that, and that should be a kind of succor for you, those of you that stay within that particular axis. Let's begin to round things off right now because of time constraints. So where's your office located? In Mosan-Okunola, Tampla Agbata.
My office is located within Abeson Housing Estate, opposite the Central Mosque.
All right.
That's where we're located.
And Architect Omisore?
Okay, my office is located at Moshalashi Roundabout, just adjacent Good Time Eatery.
All right, then. Your parting thought on the program this morning as a round of the program. So, Tampla Agbata, what's your parting message to the listener?
I would say everyone should build right. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse.
Right.
Yes.
And for Architect Omisore?
Okay, just like my senior colleague had said, build right, build well, save lives.
Yes.
And if you see something, you say something.
All right, then we'll leave it at that for now. It's nice having both of you in the studios. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so seamless building process in Lagos, the district officer's recipe. And we've hosted town planner Oluwatosin Agbata, who is the chief town planning officer with the Lagos State Physical Planning Permit Authority, LASPPPA. She's also the district officer for Mosan-Okunola LCDA. architect Folasayo Omisore has been here. She's a principal architect with LASBCA and the district head for Mosan-Okunola. We have to go. Mike James has produced the program. Maximum shout out going out to Akinsonya Adetola, Chief Public Affairs Officer for the ministry, that's MPPUD, and also to Ademuyiwa Adu, who is the Director of Public Affairs for LASBCA. Next Thursday, the program makes a return, but then, or perhaps till then, I am Victor Oteri. Have a splendid day. Bye.